At just 2 square kilometers, Monaco is one of the smallest and wealthiest countries in the world. A packed calendar of events keeps the super rich entertained. And the classic Yacht Week attracts boating enthusiasts from across the globe.
We drafted a great team from Nantucket Yacht Club because we're all Americans. And when I rang up and said, gee, we've got this possibility, what do you think? People said,
yes,
are you kidding me? Where do I sign up?
Regattas have been held in Monaco since the 19th century. And this exclusive event showcases some of the best classic yachts from years gone by.
What's special about Monaco?
Everything.
What is special?
Anything that's not special
Not
about
special.
Monaco. Champagne's very special. We just are so enjoying ourselves here.
You never get bored in Monaco.
Out on the water, competition is fierce, as yacht crews test their sailing prowess in a series of races. Today's event, however, is a more demure affair. The elegance competition is a chance for yacht owners to show off their pride and joy, knowing that, rather than speed, their boats will be judged purely on looks.
Voilà.
Sitting on a judging panel are Princess Camilla of Bourbon to Sicilies and yacht owner Christian Chalmin.
Position here is fantastic.
Perfect view.
Perfect view so that we can really judge what's happening. It's very important. We are, as you can see, we have to give notes. Every single boat.
Vous connaissez ce bateau. Ce bateau a appartenu à la famille princière ici. Et c'est le bateau sur lequel le prince Régnier et la princesse Grace ont fait leur voyage de noces.
Skippers are carefully judged on how well their yachts and crew are presented.
Franchement, l'équipage, il n'y en a pas un qui a le même short. L'équipage, c'est pas bon.
And even minor indiscretions can jeopardize their chances.
It's a question of courtesy that when the beautiful sailing boat goes by, the flag should be put a little bit lower. And so that is a grade less.
Moi, je mets 5.
Oriole après.
Oh, regardez le pavillon. Voilà.
The flag,
the
yes,
flag.
that's it. The flag is down. Perfect.
Bravo.
Tell me about judging.
Well,
What expertise do you have?
Well, actually, here what they are expecting from us is more what they call a coup de cœur. So something that your heart expresses.
Le bateau est exceptionnel.
You can have a coup de cœur for a boat like this, like when you fall madly in love with a man or woman. That's it.
Bravo. Les mecs, ils passent, ils sont avec leur téléphone, machin. Attends, regarde.
Obviously, you have very high standards.
Well, you know, we have 80 boats today, you know? So we have to make differences. And to make differences makes that, you know, we cannot say 10 to each one, you know?
Prizes will be awarded at the end of the week by the yacht club's president, Prince Albert. But winning here can be about far more than lifting a trophy.
Of course, to receive a prize from the Sovereign Prince of Monaco, it's even a double winning somehow. And I think even the boat's value in itself, emotionally, but also financially,
Yes.
goes up. It's important.
So, have you had a coup de cœur today? Have you fallen in love?
Yes, but I can't tell you.
Bravo. Ça, c'est une belle réponse.
The classic Yacht Week may be steeped in maritime traditions of the past. But back on dry land, property developers have their eyes firmly set on the Monaco of the future.
Could we go?
Today, potential buyers have been invited to an open day for an exclusive new property that has recently come onto the market. Built into a cliff face, this one-off home has been named Villa Troglodyte, meaning living in a cave, and has taken its Mongasque property developer almost 2 years to complete.
Bienvenue à tous. C'est une villa très spéciale ici à Monaco. N'hésitez pas à poser des questions.
Spread across 5 floors, the villa has 500 square meters of living space. With solar panels on the roof and an indoor swimming pool carved into the bedrock, it may be the most luxurious and expensive cave on Earth.
Fantastic house.
How do you find it?
Lovely, absolutely wonderful. It's really unique, very
very inspiring.
But interested buyers will need deep pockets, as this house is on the market for around £23 million.
Might you be a buyer?
No, I don't think. No, not yet. Maybe on Friday there's a lottery, and I'll play the lottery, and then we'll come back and we'll have another talk.
Estate agent Andrea has seen increasing demand for properties like this, despite the villa's extraordinary price tag.
Prices are growing up year by year about 10%.
10%?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Even in financial crises?
Yeah. Monaco is a special place.
Is there a market for a place like
Sure,
this?
absolutely. Especially in Monaco, there are potential clients, potential customers. I'm 100% sure. Yeah, yeah. Sooner or later, this villa will be sold. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But it doesn't look like it will be snapped up today. This house may be high spec, but there is one thing it's lacking.
I love everything, but it doesn't have a view. So it would be perfect if it had like perfect sea view out. That's the only thing missing. The rest is perfect.
The view, you can never guarantee it. So you can buy an apartment today in Monaco and have the most beautiful view, and tomorrow there can be a new project and they can build a building in front of you, and then you are losing the view. So actually what they say, if you have to invest, it's better to invest directly in an apartment without a view.
It's a special place, Monaco, because every centimeter is built up, as you see.
Monica Baccardi has owned property in Monaco for more than 2 decades.
The space is very limited, and so the buildings are more and more expensive because there are not so many. And a lot of people want to live here.
With space at such a premium, Monica's multi-story house is a rarity among Monaco's 20,000 homes.
It's a townhouse, a Monaco townhouse, and I'm living here many years, I think 25 years.
Really? How many floors?
We have a service floor, this one, my daughter's floor, my floor, the office floor. We have 5 floors.
Fantastic.
5 floors, yeah. And we have a lift.
You obviously get good exercise going up and down
I'm
stairs.
making good exercise. I don't have to go to the gym. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock rock. I rock it up the stairs.
Can we have a look out onto the balcony?
Absolutely, please. This is our living room. And unfortunately, they're building a building in front of us. Before there was the whole sea view and the sea wind coming. But now you see the big construction they're doing.
That's one of the issues in Monaco, isn't it? The views.
The views, yes. Unfortunately, sometimes they disappear.
You may now only be able to see the tiniest slither of sea, but this townhouse is still worth at least £30 million. Back at the harbour, Classic Yacht Week is in full swing. The event is being hosted by Monaco's exclusive yacht club, established by Prince Rainier in 1953. Membership is by invitation only and must be approved by Prince Rainier's son and current club president, Prince Albert.
This yacht club, you see how impressive it is also a testimony of how Monaco is successful when it comes to the sea, whether it's yachting, whether it's the industry around it.
This is a place where business deals are done and those in the know come to be seen. And being seen means dressing for every occasion. At one of the country's 100 boutiques, owner Laurent and sales assistant Jennifer are on hand to welcome their elite clientele.
Voilà, ça c'est Winnie, notre très chère cliente de Friche Pétive. Ça va? Ça va et toi? Oui, c'est bien.
Belgian-born TV presenter Winnie is a yacht club regular and has brought her outfits here for the last decade.
Winnie, she comes every month and she bought every time 1 or 2 dresses every month. Yes, she's incredible.
Yes, wow,
she's one of the best class customers in,
your dresses
in our
are
shop.
so beautiful. It's like the candy shop for the girls here.
Completely, yeah.
Yes. So the dress that I need for tomorrow evening, it's for I go to the yacht club. So there is a nice evening, you know, lots of glamour and bling bling.
So you need something very long,
Yes, I want that everybody see me.
Okay, perfect. I have one gold.
Wow.
That is beautiful.
My God, it's amazing.
We have just received it yesterday. So that is really for winning.
Oh my God. Exceptional. It's mine.
Is this just a bit too much for the yacht club?
No, it's never too much for Monaco. I think for the yacht club it's not too much. It's really Monaco style, this. Really, really Monaco style. In Monaco, everybody likes to impress the friends, and yes, it's a part of the game from Monaco.
What about the price tag?
You need a good husband who have a good credit card because. This is an amazing dress. Bling, 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 bling.
This dress, Winnie, you are the queen of the evening, of the night.
You have to see me if you see me in this dress. Monaco, it's very small. Everybody see you, and you can wear one time your dress. This is the problem here. What's the price of this?
1600.
Beautiful, amazing. This is very, very glamorous. It's wow.
And it's no surprise. The two gold dresses may both look the part, but this one is 10 times the price.
This dress, it's 16,000 euro. 16000. Wow, 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 wow. It's very difficult for me to make the decision because I love a boat, so I have to think about, but one night good sleep and it's okay.
At the harbour, it's the climax to Yacht Week, the prize-giving ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monaco Classic Week official prize giving.
Yacht crews gather expectantly to hear the judges' verdicts, and Prince Albert will be arriving to present the awards to the winners.
So, have you made your decisions?
Yes, we made all the decisions yesterday. The quality of the boats was absolutely fantastic this year. A very good year.
And you haven't told anybody yet?
Nope. And I'm not going to tell you now. Right now, we are waiting for the prince. Here, nothing can start before the prince is here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand to welcome the President of the Yacht Club of Monaco, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco.
After the main prizes are given out, it's time to announce the winner of the elegance competition. Judges were won over by the exceptional presentation of the 100-year-old yacht Oriole from the USA. With the prize giving complete, all that remains for Prince Albert as Yacht Club president is to congratulate some of the victors.
No, please, carry on without me, it's fine. So who have I not met?
Spencer Verney, nice to meet you. Eric Holkine.
And this group of enthusiastic Americans from the Nantucket Yacht Club have sailed halfway across the world to be here.
May I present you with a history of the Nantucket Yacht Club? It's fantastic. And it's 1906.
1906, it's been around. And this is a small burgee.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. It's wonderful to have you. Now let's have a drink.
Yeah.
Classic Yacht Week may be drawing to a close. But for its visitors, there is still time to have a few more glasses of champagne and celebrate before embarking on a long journey home. Yacht Week may be all about elegance and style, but in a country that seems to have as many dogs as children, even the residents' canine companions come dressed to impress.
Welcome.
Mary-Lisa opened a top-end dog boutique 5 years ago.
We have a collar here. We start from the 25 centimeter size, so the smallest size for a small Chihuahua, 1.5 kilograms. Most popular colors are full of diamonds like this. It's not really diamond, it's Swarovski. It's like a jewelry. These are toys for dogs. The most popular toys are the bow with Chewy Vuitton, right? The customer normally spend 100 euro for toys. We have also treats for dogs. They are homemade in Italy. We have beef, salmon, chicken, vanilla, and green apple. We have also popcorn with bresaola inside or parmesan. And we have the cake for the happy birthday with the candle inside. And we have champagne. It's not really champagne, it's only a joke. It's champagne.
Shop assistant Korean-born Ju Bin has worked here for the last 3 years. But moving to Monaco was never part of her plans.
My boyfriend is Mongasque. And we were living in Australia before. I met him in Australia. But he has a really bad knee injury. So we had to come back for the doctors and everything for him.
Ju Bin enjoys pampering these privileged poochies, but has found it's the people here that are the hardest work.
But the first time I moved to Monaco, I hated it because I've met some, horrible people. For example, when you go to a restaurant, I'm a normal person. I don't have a big money or nothing. I just went to have dinner, and then I didn't really get good service. But then right next to my table, the lady with the, you can tell with the Chanel bags and everything. The waitresses tend to be nicer. I think some people, they seize the money first. I didn't really like living in Monaco because of these things.
Ju Bin may have found it hard to acclimatize, but life is very different here if, like her partner, you're one of the 8,000 Monaco citizens or Monégasques who have long been financially supported by the state. With 120 nationalities jostling for space in this tiny but exclusive enclave, the price of property in Monaco has skyrocketed. So to protect its citizens, the state has stepped in to provide subsidized rent and other advantages, such as free healthcare.
It's always been the feature of the Principality of Monaco to have a small national population, but it's really part of our makeup and part of what we are. Monegasques are a minority in their own country, but we live in perfect harmony with all the other nationalities that call Monaco their home.
Osteopath Thomas has a Monégasque father, so he's been a citizen from birth.
So you have the harbor here with a big part of the F1 track. You have the swimming pool. Overlooking this, you have the old town, and you can see the palace, actually.
With a baby on the way, he and his partner Tatev from Armenia have recently moved into a new apartment, which has a view that many would envy.
If you go this way, you have maybe 1 or 2 streets of Monaco, and then it's only France, Beausoleil.
Some people really love the sea. For me, I don't care. I come from mountains. So to have this piece of mountain in front of me, I'm very happy because it reminds me of my country, right?
You have both now.
Yeah, and now we have both, and it's perfect.
The average property in Monaco costs around £45,000 per square metre, which is twice as much as a flat in Mayfair, one of the most exclusive parts of London.
Here we prepared the beginning of our little baby.
Because Thomas is a citizen, he and Tatev pay less than a third of the market value to rent this apartment, and the state pays the rest.
The state protects the Mongasque citizens because the prices of the real estate went crazy. There is flats that belong to the states that are only or mainly for Mongasque with rents that are controlled by the government, which are reasonable. And then you have the possibility of renting in a private sector. This is private, and we receive help from the government.
A subsidy.
Exactly, yes, yes. So we have to tell them how much we earn, and they will make sure that the rent is not more than a third of our income.
When Thomas and Tatev's son is born, as a Monegasque, he'll be granted all of the benefits that come with being a citizen.
If you're Monegasque, you will have a flat, you have a priority for jobs. So if you know you have this security, you can travel with your free mind. And I would be very proud if you could study abroad, live and work abroad, and maybe come back later in Monaco to bring his everything he learned outside of Monaco and bring it back to the Principality. You always have a country that will welcome you. So use it. It is a big luxury to have this.
But it's a status that's only afforded to a select few. The easiest ways to become a citizen are by birth or by marriage. But you'd have to be married to a Monegasque for 10 years before you'd even be eligible. Increasing pressure on the country's resources means that citizenship rules are about to become even tighter.
We are about to enter discussions on extending the time period from 10 to 20 years to automatically become a Monegasque by marriage. That's because if we continue in this way, we will have an increase in population that will simply be unsustainable for us in terms of providing housing, providing job opportunities.
There is one other route to citizenship, but the success rate is so slim that few people even apply.
The other process is, of course, naturalization. There are roughly between 100 and 150 demands for Monegasque citizenship every year, and only about 20% are accepted.
For the country's majority, buying a property here means paying the full market rate. But even a studio flat costs around £1 million, so many people are forced to rent, like painter and photographer David, who has been living in Monaco for the last 10 years.
This space is actually 24 square meters.
Including this bit?
Including the bathroom. Everything. It includes also the external walls, I was told.
That's less than the size of 2 car parking spaces.
To make the space work, I had to actually put things on wheels. So this serves as my coffee table. 6 t-shirts fit in there. And it's like, it's like living in a boat, it really is. Normally, if I'm home alone, when I'm home alone, it's placed here. And here is where I work out. I actually use this as part of my training. So I've maximized the space. This apartment is situated in the center of the Principality, and we happen to be in the frontier just right across the street from France.
Right, so France is across the street.
Indeed. I cross the street, and it's France.
But a Monaco address comes at a premium. David's tiny studio costs £1,300 a month, where just a few meters away in France, it would be a third of the price. But like anyone officially resident in Monaco, David doesn't pay income tax, which somewhat softens the blow.
It might seem a bit excessive, but it's a very safe country. It's very clean. It's very peaceful, and everything functions. I live like a king. Upstairs is the bedroom, or half bedroom and half office space. This bed actually opens up and it becomes double size if I should have friends over, which I have had. And here is my working space. you don't feel like you're in 24 square meters.
So actually, it's 24 square meters with this mezzanine adding.
No, it's 20. It's 24 including this.
So it's really small.
It's very small. It's so small that my head touches. So I have to kind of like, you know, walk hunched. But it works.
That's the price of living in Monaco.
It is.
But the cost of living is so high here that many of those who work in Monaco can't afford to live here at all. Street cleaner Miraji works in the Palace Square and travels every day from his home in the neighboring French town of Cap d'Aille.
Vous allez à boulot comment?
Le matin, en scooter ou bien en footine, j'arrive ici vers 4h30, ensuite je prends mon café, à 5h je commence.
Miraji may not be able to afford to live here, but he's paid considerably more in Monaco than he would be across the border.
Et vous aimez votre boulot?
Ouais, moi j'aime, franchement j'aime bien. On a eu la chance d'avoir ce boulot. Aujourd'hui c'est très difficile d'avoir un travail. Au moins à la fin du mois, je remplis mon frigo, quoi, comme on dit. Je remplis mon frigo à manger. Voilà.
Like Miraji, every day thousands of workers cross the French border, attracted by job opportunities and higher wages. Arriving at Monaco's Opera House, Brazilian-born Alexis and his brother George are two of the daily commuters. The brothers are both dancers for Monaco's National Ballet Company and travel to the Opera House from France every day to rehearse for a new performance.
Where do you live?
I actually live in Soleil, which is quite close.
Not
It's always
Monaco?
like, never Monaco, it's too expensive. It's too expensive. I mean, it doesn't really... there's no point for us. I think there's no point. Either you're really like a billionaire or a millionaire, you know, that you can live there and can afford to live the Mongasque life, or it's not. It's pointless.
Not
it's
a
pointless.
match. It's
No,
not a
it's
match.
not a match.
With the real life people. We do have good salaries, but it's just the amount of money you pay for rent, or even if we could not buy. We both bought houses, apartments in Soleil, and that would be impossible. Literally
Monaco.
impossible in Monaco. So
our view is like the whole Monaco and the sea, you know. So we still have a little bit of Monaco in a way, you know. So.
Half a mile away, Thomas and Tatev have just brought their own little piece of Monaco home, a new baby son named Alec.
He's incredible. He's like a little old man. He's not like a baby. He's like expressive. He's funny. I don't know. And he's crying now.
Alec is one of only 100 or so Monaco citizens born each year.
Being Monegasque, it's rare. I'm very happy he has this beginning. It's very nice to go to adventure, but it's very nice to start the life with some comfort and nice way, you know, just to be in a nice, beautiful place, and then you are open to the world.
I would say we added maybe 0.1% of the Monegasque population. I have to do the math again, but it's quite important.
Precious baby. It's kind of a treasure, right?
Monaco's attractions, financial or otherwise, mean that Monegasques, migrant workers and millionaires all squeeze into an area of land 50 times smaller than Manchester. With 19,000 inhabitants per square kilometre, this is the most densely populated sovereign state in the world. Space is at a premium, as it was in the 1970s, when Prince Rainier, known as the Builder Prince, sanctioned a land expansion into the Mediterranean. By reclaiming land from the sea and building on it, the Fontvieille district in the west of the country was created. Since then, Monaco's population has risen by almost 50% to 38,000 people. And today, Prince Albert is following in his father's footsteps by overseeing another major land reclamation project.
Ça, c'est le nouveau dessin de Lorenzo Piano pour la casquette de la promenade.
We did a quick projection of our future needs in terms of private housing, and it became clear that where the land extension is happening now was the only place on our waterfront that could accommodate such an extension.
This controversial €2 billion development of luxury apartments and exclusive villas is due to be completed in 2025 and will increase the country's size by 3%.
We do have a lot of demand, mostly for waterfront view apartments. And so this answers that need. It also provides a wonderful public space area for everybody to enjoy.
To create the artificial land is a huge feat of engineering, costing €900 million for the extension alone. Huge blocks of concrete, known as caissons, are filled with sand and sunk to the seabed. Locked together, they form a large sea barrier, and the resulting basin is filled in, forming a new tract of land reclaimed from the sea. After more than 2 years of hard graft, this phase of Prince Albert's 6-hectare land extension is nearing completion. Tugboat captain David has been working on the project for the last year.
Where do you live?
I live in North Shields, on the northeast coast.
And where are you staying now?
Oh, we live on board.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we all have our own cabins. We have air conditioning, television, Sky, telly. It's like a home from home.
What do you make of Monaco?
It's okay. It's nice. I mean, the people are lovely. It's. I couldn't spend my money here.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not cheap. It's. I think it's a bit of a millionaire's playground.
17 of these 10,000-ton structures have already been fixed in place. And this morning, David and Jean-Pierre are coordinating the arrival of the final caisson, which has been towed over 100 miles from Marseille.
Le caisson, il est parti de sa position de stand-by. Il va passer entre les bouées, entre cette ligne et cette ligne qu'il y a ici. Il vient ici. Il va venir se positionner pour arriver dans sa finale position. Ça, c'est sa finale position ici. Olivier, JP Olivier.
It's a complex operation. This caisson is 35 meters wide and extends 20 meters below sea level.
Tu vas longer les bouées et puis après tu vas rentrer au niveau du fermont, on est d'accord? D'accord.
Is there a small margin of error?
Of course, yes. The target is very short. Okay, we have approximately 5 centimeters. The target is very precise. Concentration is very important. So.
While the land extension will eventually provide new properties for a select few, just across the road, existing buildings are also being renovated to meet ever-increasing demand for luxury homes.
Come in.
Graham, originally from Merseyside, spent 33 years in the toy manufacturing business and retired to Monaco 6 years ago.
As you can see, we have the lounge here, and the focal point of this apartment when you walk in is this wine cave, which is quite unique. In Monaco, a lot of people put the kitchens in the lounge, but I've done something different. I've got tinted opening sliding doors.
If he seems to be selling the place, it's because he is.
If you don't want to drink wine, we have another bar. So you feel at home here.
Since retiring, Graham has been buying, refurbishing and selling luxury properties.
That's quite amazing.
He currently has 5 up for sale, including this one.
We walk out onto the terrace, and this is amazing and a very exclusive view. This is called the corridor area here. It's the Mayfair Chelsea of Monaco. You see the casino, the new Hotel de Paris, and also, I haven't mentioned, it's an amazing view of the Grand Prix. You see them coming round the corner here. It's amazing.
This two-bedroom one that we're in now, how much is it on sale for?
It's on the market for 19 million, including the car parks. The car parks here are worth a lot of money.
I get a discount if I don't want the car park.
Yeah, you get a discount, yeah. The car parks are worth circa 450 to 900,000, depending on how big they are.
And this apartment isn't Graham's only one in the block. He also owns the smaller flat next door, and is offering buyers the option to create a spacious 4-bed residence if their bank balance is big enough.
If the client wants to buy the 2 apartments, I'm selling those for 29.9 million, which is under 100,000 a square metre, which is very reasonable for one of the best buildings in Monaco. A lot of people will buy this, they'll come here for the odd weekend. They may not even have Monaco residency. It's a good investment here.
You're pretty sure that property in Monaco is a pretty safe bet?
It's reasonably safe, yeah. I mean, people are not going to lose 50% to lose their shirt like you do on the money markets.
And have you had much...
I've had a few offers, yes. I've had offers.
But the spectacular sea views are currently being interrupted by Monaco's biggest building site, the new land extension project 17 floors below. Not that that phases Graham.
There's going to be apartments going up to 12 stories, so the view from this apartment is not going to be blocked.
Really?
No.
Are you sure of that?
I'm sure of that, yes, yes.
What about the noise? Isn't that an issue?
It's an issue anywhere. We're in Monaco, you know? All the hard work has been done already. They're just going to be building up.
You're a very good salesman.
I don't like to say too much, you know?
Monaco's insatiable appetite for luxury living is one that goes back generations. And while Prince Albert continues his father's legacy by investing in bricks and mortar, the demand from the country's residents for a life rich with culture is being fulfilled by his sister, Princess Caroline. Caroline is the eldest child of Prince Rainier and Princess Grace and was a keen ballet dancer in her formative years. Like a late mother, the princess has a passion for the arts, becoming a patron of Monaco's orchestra and opera. And in 1985, at the age of 28, Caroline re-established Monaco's national ballet company, les Ballets de Monte Carlo. Today, the ballet company still performs at the Opera House, built in 1893 next to the casino in the center of the Monte Carlo district. A former dancer, Frenchman Jean-Christophe Maillot has been the ballet's director and choreographer since 1992.
That's where I have my computer. I have my little maquette where I can work on my new creation, so I can actually see the stage and imagine how I'm going to organize the whole things. The prince, and of course I have my dear Princess Caroline who's here.
Tell me about the princess.
The princess, what can I say? I mean, without her, the company wouldn't exist. It's really her will, in the memory of her mother, the Princess Grace, that she rebuilt the company.
Princess Grace established a fledgling dance school in her final years, but it wasn't until her daughter Caroline revived it 3 years after Grace's death that the ballet began to go from strength to strength. 35 years later, and the company now boasts a 50-strong ensemble of dancers and an international reputation.
I think at the beginning when the princess, I don't think I will hurt her if I said that, but I think at the beginning, when she created that company, a lot of people laugh. They didn't take that seriously. And a princess doing a ballet company. But that was the great genius of Caroline. She actually proved by doing that company that she could create something, and it's wonderful.
To ensure the ballet remains accessible to all, government subsidies keep these ticket prices under £35. less than half the price of equivalent tickets at the Royal Ballet in London. They sell out weeks in advance.
You know, it's one of the rare countries who's giving more than 5% of his budget for culture. A lot of things that happen in Monaco are done by the will of the princess, and she really is a woman that has a very strong respect for anybody who tries to do something artistically.
And Princess Caroline is due to be here in person for tonight's special performance.
First time in 5 years that I see Princess Caroline. First time.
With the princess now in attendance, the ballet can begin.
I think Monaco is very special, very unique. But there is always this kind of very superficial picture of what people know about it. Of course, you cannot avoid it. It's a place where there is money, where there is rich people, there is big boat, there is Ferraris, there is casino. But there is also a life. There is also a life with people creating. For me, it's a kind of mission to imagine that I'm a kind of ambassador of the principality, showing the rest of the world a kind of a different idea of what Monaco can be. So when people see the Ballet de Monte Carlo outside, they say, oh, they also do things like that there? Oh, I thought it was only a rich lady with poodles working on, you know? And I feel very proud of that.
With the performance over, as per tradition, Princess Caroline likes to thank the dancers backstage, including brothers Alexis and George.
Yeah, she's about to come. Yeah, she's coming just to say hello to the company.
Do you have any plans on what you'll say to her?
We don't normally say much. She just comes to... Oh, she's coming, sorry.
Super.
Can I ask you just about culture in Monaco in general? Why is it important to you to support it?
I think it's a right, like education and health. It's a right, and people shouldn't have to pay for that or struggle to access culture.
You're an enthusiastic girl. Did you drag your parents to culture?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I would say you have to see this. They didn't always adhere to it, but sometimes there were pleasant surprises. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And it's a tradition here, and I always like to think that tradition is the transmission of fire and not worshipping of ashes. You have to keep on fighting that way, I would think.
And he does so?
Yes, it was.
I have to.
Princess Caroline's efforts to celebrate culture in all its forms are also in evidence tonight at the Fairmont Hotel. The annual Futurum Award ceremony is being held to highlight one influential artist and by doing so inspire more homegrown talent. The recipient of this year's award is the internationally renowned sculptor Anish Kapoor.
We are in one of the most beautiful places in the world, and this Côte d'Azur is famous for being so inspirational to great artists from through the centuries.
Kapoor's sculpture, Sky Mirror, currently has pride of place outside the Monte Carlo casino. The artist's relationship with Monaco stretches back to his youth.
My father was a hydrographer, so ocean map making, and it used to, I think still does, the headquarters of ocean map making worldwide is here in Monaco. So I came here often as an art student and onward. Monaco was a very different kind of place. It was retiring, quiet, And then money arrived and something happened here. I mean, something big time happened here, frankly. In a place that's so much about money, you know, art becomes yet another commodity. And I think as artists, we have to be wary of how you can both be radical and be in the market. It can't be for sale if it's radical. I mean, so these things are complicated.
Can anything in Monaco be radical?
Probably not. Probably not.
The award is being presented by Prince Albert, who, unusually for him, is running slightly behind schedule.
Sorry, I'm a little late. I have to go say hello to my kids because I didn't see them.
Good plan.
Since yesterday.
May I ask you to grant the Photo Room Award of 2019 to Sir Anish Kapoor.
Although he's being honored tonight, Kapoor hasn't always received such a warm welcome.
Do you know, my parents lived here many, many, many years ago, when I was a long-haired, hippie-ish art student. And, you know, I'd come to Monaco often, and I was always stopped by the police. What are you doing here? So it happened a lot. But, you know, it's strange, therefore, to come back to be honoured in this way. Monaco does lots of things, but I feel it's very, very important that it does culture. That culture, in a way, brings citizenship. It brings belonging. On that, please forgive me and thank you.
Another day and another prestigious event in Monaco's packed social calendar. At the sporting club, preparations are underway for the country's biggest charity function of the year. Since 1948, the Red Cross Ball has raised substantial funds for the humanitarian organization. And over the decades, the ball has attracted Hollywood guests like Michael Caine and Elizabeth Taylor, as well as hosting performances from the likes of Frank Sinatra and Elton John. Tonight's annual gala is the most desirable ticket in town.
It's a very significant event. It's the number one fundraiser for the Monaco Red Cross. But it has become, of course, a major feature on the international scene, and it is a very prominent event for the social life in Monaco.
But pulling off landmark events like these takes a small army of staff to achieve.
Tonight we need to prepare very quickly and fast the different dish and desserts, so why we need a big kitchen.
Tonight, supervising Chef Ken and his team are preparing a 3-course meal for 850 guests. But before the guests are seated, they'll be offered barbajan, a traditional thin pastry which is filled and deep-fried.
This is from Monaco, and we do only in Monaco. Now we put the garnish.
What is the garnish?
Blette.
Charred. Ah.
And then we close it. Look, we close with the finger. And we cut one by one. The barbajan we cannot do with a machine. It's not possible, only handmade. This is a very important recipe for us.
Because it's Mongasque?
Yep, yes.
The team will need to produce 3,000 of these Mongasque delicacies before tonight's event. Next, it's on to dessert.
So, let me introduce Cédric, the head pastry chef.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Enchanté. Qu'est-ce que vous avez comme pâtisserie pour cette part?
Donc ce sera un dessert au chocolat au lait avec de l'abricot. Chaque année, on présente 2 choix au palais princier et c'est eux qui choisissent. Monseigneur, en général, apprécie beaucoup les fruits rouges, mais cette année, il a préféré choisir l'abricot, pour changer.
Il y a toujours des petites surprises.
Voilà, il y a toujours des petites surprises, oui. Oui.
Qu'est-ce qu'on a là?
Là, actuellement, on est en train de préparer donc, des petites plumes en chocolat. 5 plumes par dessert, donc on est sur à peu près 5000 plumes. C'est de la feuille d'or. C'est de la poudre d'or alimentaire. Hein. Donc voilà, là, le dessert est terminé. Maintenant, il n'y a plus qu'à déguster.
It's very beautiful, refreshing, delicate. Good job, team.
In 2 hours' time, a who's who of Monaco society will be walking through the doors, and for the staff there is no room for mistakes.
Concentrez-vous bien sur votre travail. Ce soir, évidemment, tout le monde est important. On n'a que des gros clients.
Tickets for the black tie event are more than £1,000 a head, but drinks cost extra.
Tonight, wine list, we have 46 choices. Yes.
46, that's
46.
It's quite big for so many people.
Burgundy wine, Loire, Alsace, Champagne, some classic Dom Pérignon, but we have also l'Armandier Bernier. It's the choice of the prince.
He's chosen that champagne.
Yes, l'Armandier Bernier tonight for Monseigneur.
The prince doesn't pay for his drinks, I hope.
Of course he pays.
Oh, really?
Of course.
Uh-huh.
He pays.
How does it work in terms of the prices?
We have a minimum price tonight of 370 euro. That's the less expensive. The most expensive will be Chateau Cheval Blanc, 1,900 euro. On the general wine list, normally this is not the price, but we do that because we know one part of the receipt go to the Red Cross.
Might I ask what percentage of that?
I can't tell. I know that, but I can't tell that.
Not that money is necessarily a concern for those arriving. With a guest list that includes big names from the world of sport, fashion and music. As tonight's attendees settle in for their glamorous evening, in the kitchen it's the moment of reckoning for supervising Chef Ken and his team.
It's now or never. It's a big rush, and it's very important to keep the pressure.
Nous allons envoyer 850 desserts ce soir, tous identiques.
I need to respect all of the plate because maybe one plate is for the prince, so it's a random. We don't know, so why we need to keep the quality for all of the plates?
And upstairs, Prince Albert has just arrived with his wife, Princess Charlene. As the royal party take their seats, 140 staff are working flat out to ensure that dinner service goes without a hitch.
On s'est trompé sur un bain.
Oui, mon ami, il faut qu'il ait dans le fond.
Et voilà, il a rajouté de la glace, mais il les a pas rajouté. Vous avez vu, ça va très vite. Hein.
Job is down, job is down. Job is down.
As the party moves to the dance floor and celebrities rub shoulders with the royals, the Red Cross Ball cements its reputation as the place to be seen in society circles. Ticket sales, fine wine and a top-tier auction raised around £500,000 for the charity, ensuring that in its 71st year, the ball still goes off with a bang. Whether it's grand celebrations or ambitious expansion plans, for a small state, Monaco has a long track record of thinking big. And today, at the land extension, work has already begun on filling in the newly formed basin, setting the stage for the construction of the new luxury villas. This morning, the project's progress is being inspected by government official Jean-Luc and site manager Christophe.
Et vous avez pompé alors ce qui est rentré?
Oui. Oui. Donc la fois dernière, elle était entièrement remplie d'eau, avec les franchissements.
Is he a demanding inspector?
Certainly, and he's right, because we need some challenge each time.
Yeah, we had very demanding goals.
Work should commence on the first of the buildings this year, but creating the land to build them on is an operation that requires vast amounts of natural resources.
We have completed this whole belt of caisson. So we have created the first artificial lake of Monaco, but in fact we have a duty to fill it. These ships are taking some kind of rough sand to fill up this section in order to create the reclamation. Each ship is taking in between 20 and 25,000 tons, and in total we have about 750,000 tons.
The project is a costly undertaking, but it's not the government who are forking out. A private company is paying for use of the seabed and footing the €2 billion construction bill, which they will eventually profit on by selling the 110 new properties.
The average is about 400 square meters and 10 large individual houses directly near the sea. They go from 1,000 square meters to 1,500 square meters.
And Monaco is set to cash in from these elite properties too, with considerable revenues generated from stamp duty and VAT.
Can I ask what's the price they will sell for?
I don't know really the price because usually we use a ratio per square meter, but when you reach this kind of product, they are so exceptional that there will only be 10 buyers in the world to sell.
Who can afford?
Yeah. Maybe it could be more than 100 million euros per villa for the largest one.
With such an eye-watering price tag, when building work is completed in 5 years' time, Monaco seems set to welcome another new wave of billionaires.
There is always this very superficial picture that we're all swimming in the caviar all day long. But you can see the most annoying rich people and the most wonderful rich people. And also very simple people that somehow live together and it works.
It's a place with many opportunities and so many nationalities. It's a whole like minestrone, how you say, a vegetable soup, you know, put it all together, makes a wonderful place.
It's a fantastic place for a holiday, but maybe not to live.